Okay, so this is a demonstration video about reading a ruler. Okay, there are different types of rulers. Here's a few that are in my classroom. This video might not be very helpful for some of you because you already know how to read one, but for people who aren't quite sure, this hopefully will be helpful. Okay, so I have a 12-inch ruler right here. This one is also 12 inches. This one's 15 inches, and this is another 12-inch ruler. Okay, each one measures inches on one side, and then, well, except for this one, we'll just do that one. Okay, each one measures inches on one side, and then on the other side it measures millimeters. Okay, that's just because the United States uses inches and miles and feet and like that, while basically the rest of the world uses centimeters and meters and millimeters to measure things. Okay, they have a completely different measurement system than we do, so these companies probably make the rulers this way so that Americans can convert their inches and things into what the rest of the world uses. Okay, so I'm going to just use my metal 12-inch ruler to show you how to measure with a ruler. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up close so you can kind of see. Here we go. Okay, so this ruler has 12 inches. Okay, it's metallic, well, it's made out of metal, so it's a little shiny, so I'm going to try to be careful. Okay. On this ruler, sorry, I'm focusing it again. There we go. Okay, there are all these different little lines. The biggest line, the longest line on your ruler is the inch mark. Okay. Some rulers it's kind of hard to tell. Like this one, you know it's the inch because that's where the number is. But sometimes the half-inch mark or the half-inch, you can kind of get that confused. I'm actually going to switch to my wooden ruler so that it's easier to see. It's a little dirtier, but you can see better. There we go. Okay, so the long line is the inch mark. Okay, the half-inch mark is the second longest line, and it's in between. It's halfway between 1 inch to another inch. Okay. The quarter of an inch or 1/4 of an inch is in between the half and 1 inch. You don't really need to use that very much, but if you're really specific, you might end up using it. Okay, in between a quarter of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, and the inch mark is 1/8 of an inch. Again, you probably won't use that very much. Okay, and then in between 1/8 of an inch and the inch mark is a 1/16 of an inch. I don't think you're going to be using these very much. The ones I want you to be concerned about are what the inch mark is and what the half-inch mark is. Those two will help you the most. Okay, we will probably never use the millimeter side, just because we live in America, so everybody knows what inches are to feet. Okay, and there are 12 inches in a foot. Okay, I have rulers that are 15 inches like this. I have rulers that are 24 inches. I have a 3-foot ruler. Okay, so if you're measuring something long, like if I grab this piece of paper right here and I want to measure all the way across this paper, you want to use a ruler that's long enough for that. So my 12-inch ruler is long enough to measure all the way across my paper. If you use a short ruler, it's just going to take you longer. Okay? So that's how you read a ruler. And I will also give you a handout that explains the marks. Just remember that wherever the number is on your ruler, that is the inch mark. Good luck with using your ruler.